Hello guys, so today we are going to learn how to connect to database and fire a query to get the results using PHP. For this we need PHP and MySQL installed on your system. For development you can use Notepad or Edit Plus or whichever editor you want. I would prefer Eclipse, which would make a job lot easier for developers to develop the things. There is a PHP development kit available as a plugin for Eclipse, which provides some good features for PHP developments. So let's start with creating a PHP project. Give it a name as a demo. Let me create a PHP file. This is also named as demo. I hope you must be knowing that PHP comes inside this tag PHP codes. So PHP understand whatever code that has been written between these two tags. So let's start developing the code for connecting to database. We would require a host, a username and a password. So host in my case would be localhost. In your case it can be IP. If port is different from default port, you can provide here the same. In our case it's by default 3306, so no need to provide the same. Root is the username and root is the password. Now to connect to a database, PHP provides a method called as MySQL connect, which takes host, username and password as parameters. This MySQL connect will give you the object of connection object, which further would be used to connect to database. Now whether we have been connected successfully or not can be checked out with the help of if control. If $con, if we were not able to connect it successfully, this would come out as a false, which further would make this condition true and our flow would enter in this if. So if this happens, we were not able to connect to database. MySQL also provide a method called as, sorry for that, MySQL error. This MySQL error will show the exact error that has occurred due to which we were not able to connect to database. And if everything goes fine as per our requirement, then bingo, we are connected. Each time when you connect to database, after all the things, all the log algorithms, all the queries firing, every stuff has been completed, you would have to disconnect from the MySQL so that the resource should get released. Now let's check if we were able to get connected to database or not. Yes, we were able to. Now to connect to, now we have connected the database. Now we actually have to provide which database, which table and which database you actually have to connect. In our case it's test is the name of the database which we are going to connect. So MySQL provides a method MySQL select DB, which will connect to a database. Now we would be firing a query, so let's create the same. Select star from demo. Demo is the table from which we are going to fetch the rows. Now to fetch the rows, we actually have to fire MySQL query method. This MySQL query method takes up the query string. So this MySQL query is responsible for firing the query, and this will return the result. The result will be number of rows. Now we actually have to iterate through this rows, so result. So each result we would fetch row by row. So this method MySQL fetch array will fetch each result row by row and convert them into an array. That's why it's been said MySQL fetch it and club it into an array. So this row will convert as an array. Now let's print the output. Let me show you one thing. Let's first create the same. This /n is for just for a new line character here also. So now you must be wondering what this ID, name and age. So let me show you the same. We have a table demo. In this table we are having three columns: ID, name and age. So we are saying the row array with ID, row array with name and row array with age. So this way we actually have fetched the rows from the result. Let's see if it works out or not. So as I have shown, first column 1 David 22, second column 2 John 35. So from PHP we were able to connect to database, select the DB, fire a query, got the result, and we have iterated the same. And remember, you must close this database connection. So I hope you must have learned something. Thank you guys.